So today's class will be on your second chapter, that is the sound of music. It is in page number 17. Now, sound of music, this part uh, comprises of two parts. The first part we are going to learn about a person called EVELYN GLENNIE, and in the next part we are going to study about Bismillah Khan. Both these both these are kind of biographical text. It is about a real person's life, and in the both the part there is something similar for EVELYN GLENNIE as well as Bismillah Khan, because both are musicians and music means sound. So therefore we have both this word sound as well as music, sound of music. EVELYN is dealing with a different aspect. Here, EVELYN, we will, after reading EVELYN GLENNIE, we will be able to know that how a person, just with the sheer determination and hard work, how that person can overcome all the obstacles that life can give you at any moment. Okay, if you just hold on to your hard work and focus and determination, then you can reach wherever you wish to go. Nothing can stop you. So that thing we are going to learn about EVELYN GLENNIE, because here she becomes a musician, she becomes a music composer even while being a deaf person. So, how a deaf person can possibly be of any good into the field of music? Okay, normally we won't think that it is even possible, because it is completely absurd. If you can't hear music, how can you understand what music you're creating? You can't really means know where you are going, your tracks and your tunes. You won't even understand what are your tunes and what you are playing. So EVELYN GLENNIE was considered to be something like that by many people, but she found out a different way in order to understand music. She, instead of hearing music, she started feeling the music. So that is the secret of her success, and along with that, obviously we will be learning about the hard work and the confidence level, the determination, everything. And whereas for Bismillah Khan, that is completely different. That is also something related to music, because Bismillah Khan and Shehnai goes side by side. So we will be learning about the story of Shehnai first, and then we will venture into the life of Bismillah Khan as a child, how he is becoming that renowned personality internationally. Okay, we will learn about him later on in some other class. But today's class will be with part 1. EVELYN GLENNIE listens to sound without hearing it. Okay. And the question answer, as you're asking me, and the question answers that you're asking me, and what I'm telling, yeah, the question answers that you're asking me from the road not taken, that that I will do later on after completing some more chapters with you. Then I will come back as a revision type and I will be doing the question answer. Okay, and I see some of the microphones are not muted. See, I can't hear anybody because I have intentionally muted myself here from my system. So if you have to say anything, you can type in the chat box, and rest of you just mute yourself, because while I'm taking the class, if I get any kind of sound, I get easily distracted for that reason. Okay. 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 Rest of the thing we will come after completing the lessons for today. Let us start the text. Yeah, supplementary part I will start on later on. And Anna, you are asking me, can I come to the mic? You come to the mic after some time, because right now I have muted my hearing ability. Okay, just like EVELYN GLENNIE. Okay, come to the part. So, rush hour, crowds jostle for position on the underground train platform. A slight girl, looking younger than her 17 years, was nervous, yes excited, as she felt the vibration of the approaching train. It was her first day at the prestigious Academy of Music in London, and daunting enough for any teenager fresh from a Scottish farm. But this aspiring musician faced a bigger challenge than most. She was profoundly deaf. Now, the scene is given that it is the scene of a railway station. Trains are coming and going, people are moving here and there, people are jostling, so it's kind of crowded. Among the crowd we can see a very tender, a very slim girl sitting. She was very young. She was 17 years, but the way she was so thin and short, okay, little, that she looked much younger than 17 years. And she was sitting, and with her expression, we can understand that she was very nervous as well as excited, both side by side. Nervous as well as excited. Nervous because she was tensed about something, and excited because she was happy about something. So, both the things were happening to her. And what is the reason behind this nervousness? Because she was nervous because this was the first day for her to the to appear in the Royal Academy of Music in London. Now, this is an institution, it is a very, very prestigious institution. Okay, whoever is going to become a part of that institution, they have to be really very talented. Okay, they have to be really very much meritorious. Then only that person is able to get any opportunity to be a part of that prestigious academy. And Evelyn Glennie, she was a girl from Scotland. Now, Scotland people, they face a little bit difficulty to compete with the English people. Okay, now after facing all those challenges, being a Scottish person, she faced a lot of challenges. The first challenge was the language part, because Scotland people, they speak the English in a different accent. Okay, they are considered to be little bit, like out of the circle of the English people. So in they face some kind of prejudice and all. So there is a kind of challenge for every Scottish people to normally compete with all the common English people. Okay, for anything. So that is already a challenge for her. That was already a challenge for her. But along with that challenge, she had to face another big challenge, which was really very big, in order to make her entry into this prestigious institution. So that challenge was her deafness. She was profoundly deaf. Profoundly means completely, totally. She was totally deaf. Means she was not able to hear a single sound. At that condition, she is going to become a part of that academy. As a student, she is going to join that school, that academy. And as because it is her first day, so obviously the tension is working in her mind. She is obviously worried that how people will take her, how she will be doing the classes, how will be everything. Obviously she is worried, she is tensed. But along with that, she was also very happy. She was very excited that nobody easily gets this opportunity which she has got, and she has got this opportunity after a lot of hard work, and she was very proud of herself. She was very extremely happy. So that is the part of her happiness. And also along with happiness, she was tensed, she was worried. And her biggest part of the worry was obviously her deafness. With this deafness, how she is going to collaborate and cooperate with all other students in the academy, and as well as the teachers, how they will take her. Everything was there. Evelyn Glennie's loss of hearing had been gradual. Her mother remembers noticing something was wrong when the 8-year-old Evelyn was waiting to play the piano. So now coming back to her childhood, as in a flashback, we see that uh, Evelyn is sitting in front of a piano, and she is waiting for her piano class to begin. And uh, her mother remembers that she first noticed that something was wrong with Evelyn's hearing ability. Okay, it was her mother to notice this for the first time. And at that time, Evelyn was just 8 years, and she was just sitting in front of the piano. They called her name, and she didn't move. So her mother, in some interview, that uh, the first time I noticed something was wrong with Evelyn was when she was sitting in front of the piano, and her name was being called. Many people were calling her Evelyn, Evelyn, but she was not giving any kind of reaction. She was not responding to that call. I suddenly realized she hadn't heard. So the mother realizes it was not just her problem in behaving anything badly. She is not ignoring anyone. The fact is, the truth is that she is not even able to hear that someone is calling her name. Says Isabel Glennie. So Isabel Glennie is the name of the mother. For quite a while, Evelyn managed to conceal her growing deafness from friends and teachers. So that day only, Evelyn herself realized, the mother also realized that there is some problem, there is some defect in her hearing, that she is not clear in getting the sounds, okay, like other people. So she has some lagging there. So, as a small girl of just 8 years old, 8 years age, as a small girl, she felt ashamed. She decided to hide this fact, because if the friends of her school come to know about this, that she is hearing very less, okay, she is almost deaf, then the friends might make joke of her, make fun of her, taunt her, tease her. They may make her like a topic of entertainment. So she felt awkward. So therefore, she decided that she will just keep it hidden. She will not reveal this fact of her defect to anybody. She decided to conceal it. But by the time she was 11, her marks had deteriorated, and her headmistress urged her parents to take her to a specialist. So she had been hiding it for a long time, like around 2 3 years, she had been doing like that. But gradually, her hearing ability, instead of improving, it just deteriorated. And along with the deterioration of her hearing ability, her performances, her marks in the class also deteriorated, because obviously she is not able to hear anything properly in the class, what homeworks are being given, what the teacher is explaining, what the teacher is asking her to do. She is just not getting anything, simply blank. She is just being in the class, okay, appearing that she is listening, but everybody knows that she's listening, she's getting everything, but she's not doing the thing. But the reality, we know that she is not at all able to hear anything, and she felt ashamed to ask anybody that what the teacher said, because if she asked any of the friend what the teacher just said and all, then the friend might question, haven't you heard, can't you hear? So gradually, the that she is not able to hear properly, that thing will come out. So she concealed herself completely, and as a result, the performance, her marks, okay, everything deteriorated. It was prominent in her report card. So watching her deterioration, the headmistress, obviously she was worried, and her parents were called, and she told the parents that Evelyn is having some kind of problem. She felt that she need to be consulted with some specialist, means you need to take her to some specialist and check with her that what is wrong with her. It was then discovered that her hearing was severely impaired as a result of gradual nerve damage. So when she was taken to the doctor and she was nicely tested, so it was discovered at that time that the nervous system that is responsible for our brain to understand the sounds that we are hearing through the ear, the connector, the nerve that is connecting the ear and the brain, that nerve is having some serious damage. Okay, some severe damage is there in that particular nerve. And it is happening gradually, means slowly, gradually, that particular nerve is drying out, and which is causing her to lose her hearing capacity slowly. So it was a gradual nerve damage. They were advised that she should be fitted with hearing aids and sent to a school for the deaf. So the doctor advised that nothing can be done. It will happen. One day she will completely become deaf. It is on the process. And it is better that just for her help now, you give her some amplifiers, some sound amplifiers that you put on the ear, like earbud. Okay, it can help her to have some clarity of the sounds for now, and it is better for her to go to any deaf and dumb school instead of getting education from a regular school, because there she will face much more problem. Okay, normally it is recommended for her own good. But you can imagine, when this little girl, she was just 11 years, she was just a little girl. So for this little girl, hearing all these things about her life, it made her feel so sad, so depressed, that suddenly everything looked black in front of her eyes, because she is just at the age when she has many dreams, she has many aspirations, many ambition, many dreams, many wishes to fulfill. And in that stage of life, suddenly she's getting the news that she is having a big defect in her body, which will which may prevent her from achieving those dreams, and there is no solution to it. She is going to lose it, and there is no chance of recovering it back. There is no medicine which can treat her from this particular illness. There is nothing that can save her from this kind of fate. So she was completely helpless. She felt so helpless that she had no idea. She is not able to see ahead what is there for her. So she immediately felt as if everything has turned blank, everything is black. She has no idea. She has completely, like, for some time she was completely feeling hopeless. So we will end the part till here today, our lesson here today, till paragraph number 2. And the next day, that is tomorrow, if I'm having the class, I will be starting from number 3. Okay. Now, if you are having any other questions,